Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and I love crafting, shopping, decor and makeovers. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so it's part 2 of my garden patio makeover. I left you last week with the chairs that I started to paint, and then I decided to wrap the arms, because the thing with paint is, especially if you're putting your arms on them, it could rub off over time. So I've got quite a few rolls of this black tape that I got from the car boot. You can also pick up rolls of it from Poundland and places like that as well. So I just thought I am going to wrap the arms, and then also I thought I'll do the same with the legs as well. So I just kept going, getting it all wrapped, and also it looks really good, and it'll be nice and weatherproof and sturdy for outside. So I'm pretty pleased with how it's turned out. It's looking really nice. I've finished one chair, and then unfortunately I did run out of tape. So this is the one chair completely finished and lovely. The other chair will need, I'll have to go and get some more tape, and then I can finish off the other chair. But they're both going to look great, and they'll make a nice little extra seating area on the patio. Over here is where I'm going to site my new furniture. So, of course, first of all, I'm going to pop down a rug. I actually bought this from Poundland perhaps 2 years ago for £8, and it's still great. So that's gone down. And then this really cute bench that I got from Dunelm for £42. And then the table I got from IKEA for £19. And then these chairs were £20 each from Dunelm as well. They're a matching set with the bench. And then my little solar lamp that I got from Poundland, just to finish off and make it look very homely. While I was here, I was having a little look around the garden as well. It's just in the process of being mowed, so it will look nice and tidy when it's finished. And you can see the lines starting to appear there. So that was just one of those little jobs needed to get done while the sun was out, because we've still got a bit of up and down weather at the moment. It's quite nice today and yesterday, but there are thunderstorms on the way again, so you have to get out and mow when you can. And there is the garden from above, looking super fresh. Now it's nice and short and sorted, and you can see there's plenty of space on the patio now the table's gone. So here I am, enjoying the patio for the just while the sun's out for a little bit, having a look at the freshly mown lawn, and just kind of seeing if I like where it is with the layout. The great thing with this furniture is it's so light that I will just be able to move it around the patio, and I'm keeping the patio quite uncluttered, so this could move really easy. So I've got my pots by the door. I've had those for a few years, just trimmed them into shape, and I might start using those doors a bit more actually. They're from the living room to the outside, especially now the seating areas here, so I think that'll be nice to do when the weather's nice and hot and sunny. You can keep popping in and out for a coffee. I've got my little plant selection there, and of course I've shown you before the solar lights on the stairs, and then that's all my new planted up plants with the little solar lights that I've popped in, and here is the umbrella, which I'm going to keep sited there. Again, that can move as well. But that keep this area nice and shady, and I think it's just nice to have a different change. Really, there's no need for a big table because we don't eat outside. But if we did want snacks and things, the coffee table's great. So I'm really looking forward to getting the weather now to get out there and enjoy it. So the lavender's smelling great there. Loving those new pots and just putting them in a little cluster together, and then a few on the stairs. And then I can sit and look down and enjoy all the lovely lush greenery that we have going on. So here's the lavenders down there. They'll need a bit of watering. Hopefully they'll get bigger soon. I'll show you their progress a little later in the summer as they get bigger. And then I thought I'd just take you down the stairs so we can turn around and have a little look at the patio. I've moved that bird bath there as well. I've moved that further up the garden. And I think that pot's been there for a little while as well, but I was thinking about planting it in the ground, but it seems happy enough in the pot for now, so I'll leave it there. Got a stone lions at the bottom. They're pretty heavy to move about, so I'm pretty happy to kind of leave them there really. And then you can see Up on the patio, we've got the lovely seating area. I've got my little 2 black chair seating area with a little glass table as well. And as you can see there, the rhododendron was full of flowers a few weeks ago, and they've all gone now. But there are lots of lovely shades of green in the garden, and that's sort of all year round. I've put that statue where the bird bath was. As I say, just lots of lovely shades of green. So I do like to come down to the garden and have a little look at it, but I do enjoy sitting up on the patio as well, and just, enjoying the tranquility, hearing all the birds tweeting, and that's kind of what it's about, isn't it, really? Just getting out into the fresh air, get your vitamin D, but also to be sitting in nice, pleasant, peaceful surroundings and enjoying the nature. Up on the patio, and here is my solar water fountain. I've given it a bit of a clean out, got a new bowl. I actually got that from B&M. I think it was £10, but it's a great size and shape, so I've really struggled with different pots since I had it last year. Some were too thin, too small, but this one just seems to be just right. I have a lid there that actually I put on top, so I can keep the pigeons out of it, because they do like to land on it and sometimes they knock it. And it looks quite sweet, really. It looks like a little table when it's not in use. So when I'm not outside, I keep it covered up. And then when I'm out, I can take the lid off. Those lovely osteospermums, and I've just put some faux florals in with them for now until they get bigger. I've got my brooms hanging up at the side of the arbour there. And the arbour is now a lovely shade of grey. I think I showed you the makeover last week. And it's looking lovely. It's lovely and shady in there when it's really sunny. And then they've got those solar lights. I've just got them going from the tree across the front and round the side. And they look lovely at night. And as I say, I'm really pleased with that I got from the car boot. Just fills that gap. And it looks pretty as well. So it's a bit of, screening, but also decor, which is, what you want in your garden. A bit of design. But also practical things that look great. And then in this lifts up, and I've got all the covers in there. So, the umbrella covers and the furniture covers. So I can take them off and put them out of the way when we're sitting outside. And then you haven't got covers all over the place. And then here, I think I showed you these Primark plants that I got the other week. They just liven up that fence, really. Add a touch of colour to it. And then down here I've got a faux floral, because I did have a plant there, and you might be able to see on the ground it's sort of a bit rusty where it had been watered, so I'd rather not water. I'm going to try and clean the patio, I think, and then keep that sort of a watering free zone, and it still looks nice, but it's all faux. And there's Peter Rabbit. I've had him for a few years. And then the door curtain, very handy to keep the flies out, and it also looks pretty and makes nice clattery noise. That mirror was white when I bought it, and it has also had the black paint treatment. Got that conifer there by the door as well. And then this trough with the rosemary in, and some begonias and some other herbs and things. And that lovely watering can solar light that I got from Home Bargains looks fantastic at night. And it looks quite sweet in the day as well as a bit of a decorative ornament. Got my hose pipe there. And here I've got another seating area. So this is like a quick pop out for a coffee seating, or, if the other one, I haven't got the table out because it's undercover, this will stay out all the time. That table I had up in my office, but I've now bought a new table. I think I showed it you last week from B&M. So that looks nice out in the garden. And then this sort of bookshelf kind of thing for outside. It's got some lovely pieces on for decor, but also some practical items like the trowel and the scoop and the watering can. So again, another practical but decorative item. And then that lovely decorative wall art there, I got that from B&M also. It just adds a touch of something to the wall. I did initially, I was going to put it on the fence, but I think it looks quite nice there on the wall. And then I've got a little stand there with another solar light on, my compost at the back, a lovely castor oil plant. and another umbrella. This one can be pulled around, just for if you need extra shade, because as the garden's south facing, it does get very hot and sunny. So it's just nice to have options. We can always put it up over the 2 chairs here as well. But then I have kept the rest of the patio fairly, clutter-free. So as I say, I can drag that furniture around. So it keeps my options open. I can even move it to the middle and move the little chairs around. So there's options for change. But I'm very happy with how I've changed it this year. I definitely feel like I have had a makeover. I just got to wait for the weather now. So there's a nice open bit there. And you can see there's a little hole in the ground because that's where the washing can go. And it can just pop it out and, wash, dry things and then put it away again. And as I say, I'm very happy with the arbour makeover that I've done. Changed it to grey and then added the little touches to it. I just thought I'd show you a quick shot of the washing out as well, so you can see that it doesn't really get in the way at all there, and also another shot of the umbrella up just to give you an idea of how nice and cosy it looks. And then I thought, I need to add some cushions. So I thought, yes, let's put a few. These are the ones that I used to have on the chairs. So I'm adding these to the arbour, the 2 grey ones, and then a nice pop of lemon in the middle. And the other lemon cushion I've put in my porch. On my shoe rack kind of thing to sit on. And then on here I picked up 2 new cushions, or 4 I suppose, they go together, from B&M. I think I did show them last week. So they're super comfy, nice and padded. And then on the 2 chairs I'm using the other old cushions that I had last time I used them as 4 seat cushions on the dining chairs outside, but I've tied them together in the same way as the others. So you've got a backrest and a seat rest. So I think just adding the little soft furnishings there has made it look a little bit more homely. And as I said a couple of times already, I just hope we get the weather now so I can get outside and enjoy sitting out there. So fingers crossed, summer is on its way and we can enjoy the garden. But I thought I'd just pop out the front and show you. I've got a trough out the front and a couple of faux plant pots out the front as well. Not a lot. And then I've also put those solar lights in that trough there at the front. So just to add a touch of interest out the front. Don't do too much. And then you can see actually in the porch there as well, there's that other cushion, the lemon cushion. So just a little touch of greenery. Just to make the front look nice and smart. So, as always, thanks ever so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you have, thank you very much. It does mean a lot. Please give me a thumbs up, turn on notifications, drop me a comment, because I do love to hear from you. So, until next time, take care. Bye-bye.